Incredicoaster is an Intamin multi-looping coaster located at Disney's California Adventure in Anaheim, California. Today, we're going to be reviewing this Intamin multi-looping coaster at DCA. This is a launch coaster that goes upside down. This is pretty reminiscent to the New Revolution at Six Flags Magic Mountain. However, New Revolution does not have a launch. This coaster makes it a little bit more intense because there is a launch. So, without any further ado, let's get a full in-depth of our review on Incredicoaster. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we kick things off, this clip is being used from Theme Park Wizard, so I'm using his clip for this video because I do not have any footage for this ride as well, so just to keep in mind. Anyway, we're gonna be reviewing the coaster. As you leave the station, you will do a little zigzag, and this turnaround is to get you positioned on the first launch of the coaster. This is the main launch, and this is the only launch that you will really see while riding this roller coaster. So after that wait, the little boy will count down 3, 2, 1, and then you accelerate. And then you go to this airtime hill. You don't really get much airtime though, as you just pick up some speed, and then you just go to this turn around. You do a little bit of block breaks before you turn around actually. And then you get a gorgeous view of the rest of the pond, and then you do this little zigzag, and then this is the time where you're gonna go into a cable lift. Then you go reach all the way to the top, and then you will see this lady. Let me know in the comments what the lady's name is, and then you'll go down into this tunnel. You will then drop, swoop to the left a little bit, then you will turn around, and then this is where you're going to start doing your first inversion. This is the only inversion, which is that one vertical loop. And the loop does give you a little bit of hang time, but it's a really good inversion. I mean, it's kind of a weaker loop than other coasters. I don't know, because I've ridden like a lot of roller coasters, um, like almost everywhere. Then you'll turn around just where you came from that main turnaround. Then you'll do this mid-course brake run section. Then you do these little bunny hops. Do you get airtime? Absolutely not. So these are really pointless hops. Then you will do another block brake section. Then you will turn around, and this is your kind of like a crazy helix thing. Then you will just kind of do these kind of wave turns and just turns around, and then you hit the brakes. The ride is over. It is a pretty long ride, so don't get me wrong, and it's still enjoyable. So about the coaster, I like that it's long, it has a launch, and this is the first coaster to go upside down for the thrill seekers, people who are just in training to go upside down on a roller coaster. This is their first time to go upside down. This is pretty reminiscent to the New Revolution of Magic Mountain, but again, take this coaster but without the launch. That is exactly going to be like New Revolution, except with a whole different layout. So, actually, the coaster is meant to look like an old wooden roller coaster, which looks good with the boardwalk section in Disney's California Adventure. So, I also have ridden this coaster as California Screamin, but it looks like this theming is much better than California Screamin does. But the soundtrack, it sounds cool and stuff, but I think Incredicoaster is kind of played out. So, for what I can see, theming is okay, but California Screamin' is kind of like an old theming. It's just like about California, so but this one's a little bit different. Though they call it Disney's California Adventure, so I think the California Screamin' would have made more sense. So, just to let you guys know that they rethemed this coaster in 2017, so they had like an overall maintenance on this coaster, and they just did a facelift with this this coaster. So it looks still fairly new, but it still looks the same as California Screamin'. They didn't really change the layout or anything. So I didn't really like the inversion that much because it feels weaker than your typical loops that you usually go on, but it still feels the same loop as you go on the roller coasters like the New Revolution or Demon at California's Great America or something. But this ride is still a whole fun. For me, I would probably rate this coaster a 5. It's fun and all, but I just feel like this coaster probably needs to have some more airtime. Those bunny hops need to make you have airtime, and then that airtime hill after the launch. I really wish they could steepen the drop and stuff, but this is an Intamin multi looping coaster, so what do you expect? I mean, you know, um, when they built roller coasters before, this is all they can do. Now they became more innovative, like they steepen the drops even more steeper, and they make coasters more thrilling. So, but it's still an enjoyable ride. Don't get me wrong; it's not a bad ride. So I do love the coaster. So and this coaster do have over-the-shoulder restraints, so when you board the train, you will then have this over-the-shoulder restraint on you, and you probably won't have a seat belt though. You just have this over-the-shoulder restraint, so just to keep in mind. But it's an enjoyable ride. I do love it. It's just not really one of my favorites, but it is good to ride at the DCA. Don't get me wrong. So, if you've ridden Incredicoaster or California Screamin', post your comments below on what you think about this ride, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Oh, and before we sign off, this is also being used by Theme Park Wizard, and just letting you know, I'm still borrowing his clip because I don't have footage. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.